Hey Rainey, what are you up to?
I'm trying to register to vote, but I think I may skip the election.
Why are you gonna skip the election?
I don't know who to vote for, I don't know how to register, and I don't know what issues to care about.
That's easy. There's this show called Pete's Corner, and they just came out with the politics episode.
According to the United States Election Project, Oklahoma was ranked 50th for voter turnout in the 2020 election. Now, more than ever, Oklahomans' voices are needed to be heard. I'm Maya Blanks.
And I'm Rainey Howe. And on this episode of Pete's Corner, we'll cover everything you need to know for the upcoming election. Our friend Baylor Bryant caught up with a few members of the student body to see how they feel about the upcoming election.
It's becoming that time in our election cycle where the leaves are turning a little orange, the wind is getting a little chillier, and young adults are choosing their first presidential candidate. First-time voters at OSU are getting ready for one of the most broadcasted elections in history. A few OSU students gave their pick for who their first vote for president will go to.
So I've been very back and forth. I like to do my own research on a lot of stuff, and with college I haven't had too much time to. But for the time being, I think it's going to be Kamala Harris.
Personally, when Trump was in presidency 4 years ago or however long ago before Biden, I really saw a difference in our country, how our economy was. I felt safer with him being president. I'm Hispanic, but the border is the main thing in our family that we do have concerns about. And so I feel like when he was in presidency, he had a good control over things.
I looked at the candidates. I think for now, probably assuming Trump, just because I feel like that's the candidate I probably want to argue.
According to Tough Circle, more than 8 million Americans have reached voting age since the 2022 midterms. With a new wave of policies and plans from both sides of the ballot, OSU students detailed what is most important to them when deciding their vote.
I think a really big one for me is the decision of abortion in it, and I think Trump has had a big hand in that. I know it's not like directly him for some people, but he did have a direct effect in that, and he's very big about that.
Well, I think I value unborn life. Personally, I'm pro-life, and I feel like that's a pretty big issue.
So no matter which way you will be voting for or who you will be voting for, it's very important to get out and vote. From Pete's Corner, I'm Baylor Bryant.
Many new voters participating in their first election are college students. Over the last decade, the student voter turnout has increased dramatically.
In the last two presidential elections, the voter turnout among college students has increased by 14%, according to a study done by Tufts University. In 2016, 52% of the college student population voted, and in the latest election, 2020, 66% reached the polls. Young voices are being heard, but there are still strides to be made. Not every person of eligible voting age knows how to register. For Oklahoma residents, Ryan Pickering is the person to ask.
As we get closer to Election Day, more and more people will be looking to cast their ballots on November 5th for who they want to be the next President of the United States.
In order to register to vote in Oklahoma, you must be 18 years of age, an Oklahoma resident, and a citizen of the United States. 50% of the vote-eligible county are not actually registered to vote. So if you're part of that percentage, here's how you can register.
It starts with going to oklahoma.gov/elections.html. There, you'll see a voter registration tab that drops down into Register to Vote. As you scroll, you'll find the online voter registration form. As you give that a click, you'll answer some eligibility questions. Once complete, more options will appear, allowing you to fully fill out your voter registration form. Once complete, you can submit it right there digitally, or print it out and mail it. Another option is to drop it off in person at the county election office.
I'm outside of the county administration building, where you can drop off your application or do the entire process from start to finish here.
Over 41,000 Payne County residents are already registered to vote in the upcoming election, but that's not even half of the county population. I spoke with Courtney Callison, Secretary of the Payne County Election Board. Let's hear what she has to say about in-state voter registration and why it's important to vote.
You can do online at the State Election Board website. You can do a paper copy in our office, or there are tag agencies that also can help get that done, post offices, and there are several voter registration drives going on around town. We're kind of moving from kind of the old guard to like the newer generation. I think it's very important that our younger generation gets involved because you guys are our future and you're the ones that are going to be taking care of us when we're older. So it's very important to cast your vote.
If you're planning to register to vote, make sure you leave yourself enough time. Applications are due 25 days before Election Day. So, if you qualify, make sure you register so you can cast your ballot in November. For Ocala TV and Pete's Corner, I'm Ryan Pickering.
For Payne County residents, there will be more than just the presidential election on the ballot. Here's what you need to know if you're voting here in Stillwater. On the ballot in Payne County, there will be the presidential election and the U.S. House of Representative Oklahoma District 3 for the federal election. For the state of Oklahoma, there will be the Oklahoma Corporation Commissioner, Oklahoma State Senate District 21, and Oklahoma House of Representatives District 34 on the ballot.
Not from Oklahoma? Well, voting should still be on your radar. When we come back from our break, we have our expert Tyler Tripodi with all things voting out of state.
I want to show you something. This is the money we could save by switching from fresh packed California crushed tomatoes to concentrated tomato paste.
I want to show you something too. I got a new door. Go take a look at it.
Nobody uses better ingredients than Little Caesars. Like fresh-packed California crushed tomatoes. Pick up a large, deep dish for just $8.
Pizza. Introducing Lincoln Black Label at Diffie Ford Lincoln. Designed to impress those with impeccable taste, Lincoln Black Label features a collection of interior themes and a host of exclusive membership privileges inspired by attention to detail and a love of automobiles. With Lincoln Black Label, you'll enjoy an extended premium maintenance plan that covers wear items or even remote vehicle delivery. Lincoln Black Label isn't about luxury ownership, it's about membership. Lincoln Black Label, exclusively at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
Love these things. Hilarious.
Sorry, force of habit.
As long as you are you, it's Miller time.
Hi, it's Sam at Louis Grill and Bar, here to introduce our new menu items from south of the border. Come try our new poblano chicken tacos, or the ever-popular sriracha shrimp tacos. At Louis, where you come for the food, but stay for the fun.
It's hard to imagine my life before her, or a day without her. So much of what I take for granted simply wouldn't exist. She is the force that holds our life together. She is my everything, the center of my universe, from Forevermark. The diamond, the promise. Available at Lewis Jewelers.
I'm Randy Heights with 1077 The Franchise, and let me tell you about the HCG diet from New Leaf Wellness and what it's meant to me. Over the last year, I've dropped 90 pounds, and this has been a lifesaver, guys. I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't always get to the gym, and what's been incredible about this diet, when I can't work out, I still lose the weight. 90 pounds in a year is a lot for anyone, but for me, it's been a miracle. Why don't you give New Leaf Wellness Centers a call and see if they can't help you with a free consultation, or go online at newleafcenters.com.
Well, it's that time of the year again, so grab your ballot and let's head to the polls. Well, we've made it to the polls and it's time to vote. Wait a minute. I'm at college. I can't vote out of state.
As someone that works on a campus and works closely with students, is that misconception of, well, I'm not home, so I just can't vote. And they just kind of stop there. And it's like, no, there's things in place to make sure that you can still let your voice be heard.
That's Haley Osick. She's a student volunteer center coordinator with Campus Life, and when election season rolls around, part of her job is getting students ready to vote. And for out-of-state students, she says that planning is key.
I would say that it's super vital for our out-of-state students because it can be the matter of an hour. It can be the matter of 24 hours that you just slightly miss a deadline and it changes your chance to vote. And so I would tell students, you know, I think we're still at a really good time. We're end of September, about to be early October, so I don't think there's any deadlines that have passed yet for absentee ballots. And so I think we're at a really vital point for our out-of-state students just to say, take 5 minutes, log into TurboVote and just understand your state's deadlines.
But this isn't your parents' election, and absentee ballots may not be the right fit for you. Luckily, Larkin Riddle, a civic engagement ambassador, says OSU students have other options.
They can actually register with their student campus address and the last 4 digits of their social security number. So that's a really great option in the state of Oklahoma for a lot of students. So they can just go and vote in Payne County instead of driving 3 or 4 hours to their hometown.
While it may sound like a hassle, the process is actually quite simple.
So in Oklahoma, you can do it online. You fill it out, but then you print it and have to take it to the Payne County Election Board or mail it in. We have forms on campus, so students can come to my office, which is Student Union 211Q, and I have forms in my desk. They can fill it out here, and weekly I'm taking those and dropping them off to our Payne County Election Board.
This is especially helpful for students like Miranda Martinez.
It's a pretty big relief because as an out-of-state student, I didn't know how to vote. It would be a 7-hour drive to go back home. And so the fact that I can register in Payne County just makes it so much easier.
Well, there you have it. I guess I can vote out of state. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this right in here, because after all, every vote counts. Tyler Tripodi, Pete's Corner.
Hopefully now everybody's registered to vote and ready to go for the election.
But they don't know where to go yet or what to do.
Well, our own Olivia Weddle has your guide to voting on November 5th.
Election day is coming up quick, which means filling out these ballots will become a reality for many Americans. There are 23 different polling locations in Payne County, with 11 of those located in Stillwater. Courtney Callison, the secretary of the Payne County Election Board, says with so much increased interest, they are encouraging early voting.
It is a general election, it's a very popular election, so you are going to expect lines. So if you can manage to make it over beforehand, that would probably help a lot with yourself and our fellow voters.
Early voting opens October 30th and will run through November 2nd. For those who want to experience the excitement of Election Day, Callison says getting to your polling location when it opens is the best option to avoid the lines. Polls will remain open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I'm hoping to see a large turnout, and I hope that that turnout continues next year when we talk about our local elections.
Longtime volunteers encourage people to get involved with the polling process.
We do need more poll workers, and it's a good thing because it keeps everybody where everybody can come vote and feel comfortable and feel safe.
Polling locations contain a lot of checks and balances, one being the security measures taken to avoid political talk.
A thing that a lot of people don't think of is you can't wear any kind of clothing, a hat, any kind of campaigning material into a polling place.
All you need to bring is a form of identification, whether that's a driver's license, voter registration card, or even your OSU student ID. Voting is a way for Americans to express their opinions, but many fear their vote doesn't matter.
It's your voice in your community. So I know a lot of times I hear from students or my friends or peers that, well, what does my vote matter? And so I think what I would tell students is find something that you're passionate about and start researching it.
Voting doesn't stop with the presidential election. Local elections also have a large impact.
I'm personally very passionate about our local elections. I also believe that the younger generation is the one that needs to be getting out there because they're going to be taking care of us in the future, and I have very high hopes for the direction that that's going in.
Residents of Stillwater will have a second ballot for local elections on November 5th.
I love it. I think it's awesome. I voted all my life ever since I was able to vote, and I vote in all the elections, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be the general election. I vote.
Olivia Weddle, Pete's Corner.
All right, that's all you need to know. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.
Wait! We haven't told them the most important part, all the issues.
That's a good point. What issues do voters care about? We'll tell you after the break.
At ASAP Energy, our goal is to provide the best customer service for whatever our clients need.
My relationship with ASAP Energy came about in 2007. I was wanting to build a convenience store. I didn't know how to do it. I'd never been in the business. I just felt comfortable with Rick. And so I knew that I wanted to do business with a guy like that. Integrity, loyalty, and family. I would recommend that to anybody. Thanks for taking a chance on me.
At ASAP Energy, everything matters.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this, well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
The deli department at Homeland is Oklahoma's headquarters for party trays. Enjoy the time with family and friends at your next event, and let your neighborhood Homeland create the perfect fruit, deli, or cheese tray for you. The party planners at Homeland will help you choose the perfect party food, sized just right for your guests. Call us, stop in, or order online, and we'll make it ready for pickup on your schedule. Make your next party special with a party tray from your neighborhood Homeland.
Good to be home, Homeland.
In the upcoming election, the economy is the top issue for both Democrats and Republicans. 81% of all voters, according to the Pew Research Center, say the economy is a very important issue. Foreign policy, violent crime, and immigration are mainly important issues for Republicans, while health care, Supreme Court appointments, gun policy, abortion, equality, and climate change are issues identified mostly by Democrats.
The United States is known for its diverse population and its diverse views. Our reporter Charlie Van Newkirk went to an event that focused on Black politics and the Black community.
It is important to practice, model, and engage in civic conversation on today's most critical issues. In that spirit, I'm over here in the North Classroom building listening to Dr. Grace Stevens' analysis on the 2024 election.
I'm very interested in what he is going to say to you guys tonight, so put your hands together for Dr. Stephen Graves.
Dr. Stephen Graves is an assistant professor here at Oklahoma State University. He is an assistant professor on campus for political science in the Center of Africana Studies. Lawrence Ware invited him out Thursday night to discuss the election coming up and the impact that has on Black people.
And so he really had never had an opportunity to kind of express his ideas to the student body. And so I thought it was a good idea just to kind of let him, be unleashed and talk to the student body. And so that's kind of what I did.
Dr. Graves started off the discussion with being forward with where he stands as a voter, but allowed the rest of the discussion to focus on the importance of
knowledge. Boy, we need some. Intellectualism for its own sake, and the purpose of it, of having it, especially here on a college campus.
Discussing the importance of the election was impactful for the crowd, but also toward the statistics shown for this year.
One of the things that we are seeing is a decline in younger Black voters. And so since there's a decline in younger Black voters, I think it's important to kind of expose particularly young Black college students to ideas about voting.
Students learned not only information for this election, but also took away some other notes.
I hope to probably gain some of his confidence. He seemed really sure in everything he was saying, and I don't really have that, so I just hope to gain it.
When asked what he would like to leave with the students of Oklahoma State,
This was Graves' response.
Be good to one another because I don't think it matters who wins. One side or the other is going to be very angry and are going to say and do all kind of mean and hurtful things. And so the best thing that we can do is remember that we're all in this thing together in one way or another. We're all here at Oklahoma State for a reason.
For the Pete's Corner, I'm Charlie Vanderkirk signing off.
I think we covered everything, right, Maya?
Right. We've covered who the candidates were,
what the issues are,
and
I just registered!
And we taught you guys how to register.
Don't forget to register by October 11th.
I want to show you something. This is the money we could save by switching from fresh packed California crushed tomatoes to concentrated tomato paste.
I want to show you something too. I got a new door. Go take a look at it.
Nobody uses better ingredients than Little Caesars, like fresh packed California crushed tomatoes. Pick up a large, deep dish for just $8.
Pizza, pizza.
Introducing Lincoln Black Label at Diffie Ford Lincoln. Designed to impress those with impeccable taste, Lincoln Black Label features a collection of interior themes and a host of exclusive membership privileges, inspired by attention to detail and a love of automobiles. With Lincoln Black Label, you'll enjoy an extended premium maintenance plan that covers wear items or even remote vehicle delivery. Lincoln Black Label isn't about luxury ownership, it's about membership. Lincoln Black Label, exclusively at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
At ASAP Energy, our goal is to provide the best customer service for whatever our clients need.
My relationship with ASAP Energy came about in 2007. I was wanting to build a convenience store. I didn't know how to do it. I had never been in the business. I just felt comfortable with Rick. And so I knew that I wanted to do business with a guy like that. Integrity, loyalty, and family. I would recommend that to anybody. Thanks for taking a chance on me.
At ASAP Energy, everything matters.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this... well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
The Deli Department at Homeland is Oklahoma's headquarters for party trays. Enjoy the time with family and friends at your next event, and let your neighborhood Homeland create the perfect fruit, deli, or cheese tray for you. The party planners at Homeland will help you choose the perfect party food, sized just right for your guests. Call us, stop in, or order online, and we'll make it ready for pickup on your schedule. Make your next party special with a party tray from your neighborhood Homeland.
Good to be home, homeland.
Love these things. Hilarious. I'm sorry, force of habit.
As long as you are you, it's Miller time.
Hi, it's Sam at Louis Grill and Bar, here to introduce our new menu items from south of the border. Come try our new poblano chicken tacos, or the ever-popular sriracha shrimp tacos. At Louis, where you come for the food, but stay for the fun.
It's hard to imagine my life before her, or a day without her. So much of what I take for granted simply wouldn't exist. She is the force that holds our life together. She is my everything, the center of my universe, from Forevermark. The diamond, the promise. Available at Lewis Jewelers.
I'm Randy Heights with 1077 The Franchise, and let me tell you about the HCG diet from New Leaf Wellness and what it's meant to me. Over the last year, I've dropped 90 pounds, and this has been a lifesaver, guys. I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't always get to the gym, and what's been incredible about this diet, when I can't work out, I still lose the weight. 90 pounds in a year is a lot for anyone, but for me, it's been a miracle. Why don't you give New Leaf Wellness Centers a call and see if they can't help you with a free consultation, or go online at newleafcenters.com.